won that match with Shizuka the other time, and then he wins it again. Yeah, set 2, Shizuka, big victories. Set 3, Shizuka, big victories. I think people just need to make sure that they have a great answer for all the things that Shizuka could bring to the table. Because to be honest, the 2-turn immunity popping up after Shizuka used the skill 3 is ultimately like what keeps everybody so safe. And the opportunity of where the Masha had skill 2 available. Chooses not to do it. Yes, I get it. The immunity and the was it shields or at least the 2-turn immunity was going to be up there. Chose not to use it, ended up violent proc, just skilled 1 again. So it's like, use those violent procs, use those skills, you have them up. That skill 2 deals a lot more damage than that skill 1. But then again, it doesn't matter. The Shizuka is what kept that unit alive, and it stopped a player like that. You know, he looked at it and said, I can't use my skill 2. I can't apply defense break. I want to hold on to this. But you know what? It's that Shizuka, man. Shizuka just applying so much value to this field. And again, just like, it's a winning unit. It's a winning unit.
It is, and it shows that even in the wake of like that nerf, right? Like she can be slammed down in a game and still change the landscape of a match.
Can I talk about the unsung hero for a second?
Please.
You know, this Changpeng just kept taking punishment. He triple stunned the other team. He was the monster that added the death break on the other team to kill the Escher quickly, to kill the Sagar quickly. So a very interesting, you know, first pick that was brought in consistently and came through. And with the Shizuka, speaking of the MVP, always a reliable way to bring back the Chung. Even though you know the Masha's on the other side, she can kill the Chung, but you can still get the value of those skills once you bring it back.
Absolutely. Now, Seppi, you were looking forward to seeing less games, right?
My favorite player, my friend. You saw the Jameer right there. A great counter to the reset. You see the Ganny. We know he has a very nice balance of excellent fire runes, excellent swift runes. But right now, one of the monsters that I wanted to see the most today on Yuki. We see a Ragdoll, we see a Shizuka, we see Nana, we see Brasso, very bruisery. I don't know if Lest is going to come in with that full control turn 1 comp, or if he's going to actually adapt and bring in a more bruisery play style, bring in his Julianne, you know, recently buffed. Let's see if we see some surprising picks.
Oh yeah, Peter not only has a great pick and ban, it seems, but he's also got the most unassuming name in the tournament. Being his premier is just a name. It's still like one monster stood out to me in there. You noticed that like he was banning out your Jackson.
Jackson's a pretty nasty unit right now, you know, when you're trying to do so much attack bar pushback. Jackson kind of just says like, no, like here's 20% more. It's a very, very good unit, especially when it's like enabling things that are able to gain attack bar at the same time. Like Jackson's super impactful for a lot of those situations. It's clearly something that he doesn't want to have to deal with because he might be pushing back some attack bar himself, and that's why he doesn't want to see this unit on this field at all. But let's see what happens. We've got Peter, I believe, on the right side, and we have Lest on the left side.
Yeah, with the Squirtle gang, let's go. Showing off what the Chihuahua, what is going on in here?
What in the Chihuahua?
They know each other. Has this, you know, this rivalry been around? Or remember I told you guys that Les likes to bring stuff that we've never seen. Are we going to get surprised? Are we going to get shocked? Is this a disconnection? What's going on?
No, I think maybe he's like, you said what? You said She-Ho was buffed? I thought you said She-Hua.
I think these two are friends, honestly. I think they
Yeah.
know each other, and it just might be a play to each other. We've seen, you know, players do this in the past where they would, you know, flash something where it's like, oh, it's kind of like a haha joke between the two of them. So I think that's what I'm going to guess, because I feel like we don't see a Shiwa come to light here. But maybe I get proven wrong. We do see the Shiwa. But that doesn't look like what's going to be happening. So I do like the cigar a lot better than the Shiwa. Chiwu in a Chungus, a Changpeng. Wow, I did it again. Changpeng on the other side of the field here.
Yeah, and the quick response with our beautiful water art master, also recently buffed. And I love to see the holy trinity of elements right there in the first 3 picks from Les. Keeps him open, not easy to counter right away. He has a couple counters on the field, and always the question, is the Sagar a very fast, you know, swift unit, or is it a Vio Sagar? The Volantis comes out, Juno comes out, and now it makes him have a choice. What are you going to bring? A lot of damage? Are you going to really fight for that turn 1, but there's no speed lead on the field? And do you feel that this Douglas is, you know, the right choice early here?
About time. Yeah, I think this is finally a well-drafted Douglas. It's very obvious in my opinion where we see the 3 AoE units. Douglas now fits the bill. Juno, I think, is still a very, very dangerous unit. But maybe the Masha's got something to say about that Juno, where Masha's a very great unit to bring to the field when you're trying to remove a Juno from the field here. But let's see what this last pick's going to be here for Peter. Peter has some options that we haven't seen hit the field. We saw that Peter has, shown that he plays with a little bit more LD Nat 5s, where all we see right now is a Volantis. And what do you know? Just draft the best unit in the game. Shizuka slammed down on the field, wrapping up the draft. And the only unit right now that Les has to deal with the Shizuka is going to be that Cigar. So is that signaling a ban on the Cigar, and Shizuka gets to roam free, potentially?
Yeah, good point. I do like a Shizuka ban right here, to be honest, because a Heigang ban is also very hurtful, but he respects the Douglas. You called it. Very good Douglas pick. He takes it out, and I think Les was not expecting that. Like you said, the Sagar got through, so very interesting. We're going to find out, and it's a Vio. It looks way slower than expected, and the turn 1 is going to go 100% to this Chiwu, removing and then trying to get a reset going with a Chunk Punk.
Yeah, there should never be a world where a player thinks like, what do they bring here, and not expect to see like potentially a Shizuka. Like that should never be a surprise to anybody. Always prepare for it. This is looking very, very good right now for Les though.
Yeah, that's why you banned the Shizuka. No revive for you, my friend. And the Heigang, I called it. I don't know, the Douglas ban. I don't know if I would have done that. This Heigang coming in the clutch, making the whole team cut in, not get reset, damage coming in, and like you said, the Masha, super strong against the Juno, and now he just needs to try to remove this Chunk Pong right here, or does he get greedy?
No, he's going to be going for, I think, either the Chunk Pong or the Chiwu. Totally fine here. You save that Juno for last. You're not going to be too worried about it. But Les, man, what a powerful, powerful player here. Great additional turns. He's going to pump that damage into the Chunk Pong. Great draft by Les here.
Yeah. All tech, like you said, he kind of forced the hand with the Douglas, but the Heigang pick, super strong against the recently buffed Chiwu, and the Chiwu didn't absorb enough attack bar. The water element kind of resisted a little bit there, and then he came in clutch with the stun on the Volantis, the cut in from the Sagar to reset and completely make this Chunk Punk worthless. He needed the connection from these 2 units, and now is Juno against the world, and last, 1 victory on the board.
Absolutely. Great draft by Les. Great play.